Uh, Good morning, friends. A question has been raised on corporate social responsibility, known as CSR. It has two aspects, one social and second is the legal. Socially, India, if we go back from Satyug to pre Mughal days, even in Kali Yuga, Indian kings, rulers, and all those who managed the society were always sensitive to one aspect that God has created everyone with different strengths and different capabilities, and those stronger in one area need to support those who are weaker in that area. This aspect was something from heart, this was something from value system, this was something from mind. If we look at the existence, physical is the first. Physically, we all have hunger, we need shelter, we need safety, the protection. Our rulers, our leaders, our rishis, munis, all defined the ways how society could or should help. The stories of rishi munis going begging and households giving them alms was aspect of CSR. In not very far days, even organizations like Birla, Tata set up water points called pyous or shelters called dharamshalas or sarayas or educational systems like schools, colleges or healthcare centers like family healthcare center, hospitals, etc. With this motivated by the similar thinking that those in need and those who contribute to the growth of prosperity in the society need to be taken care of by those who know how to manage and help. Other aspects came subsequently after the Mughal period, invasions, British period. Many Indian values got lost. Many Indian values were downplayed. And that impact has continued even today because there are still people who follow those who were against the humanity or the mankind or the society. Hence, the government of India came up with a regulation in 2013. I think 29th August 2013, a Companies Act regulation was passed within which certain agenda was defined. It had 10 major points like enhancement of education, hunger elimination, poverty elimination, equality of womanhood or empowering the women, reducing child mortality, removing the ailments like HIV, AIDS, helping government, center, state, etc. at the time of disasters on social needs in the time. There are 10 such points which have been enshrined, and it was defined that all corporates with a turnover of about 1000 crore or net worth of 500 crore or profit of 5 crores after tax had to spend 2% of their profit on corporate social responsibility, keeping these goals in the view. This aspect has been well documented. There are written documents which provide how successful or not successful these regulations have been because human beings are smart enough to manipulate the regulation and do things. By reducing profitability, you reduce the implementation of CSR. And there are various ways which people have been doing. But leaving aside that, CSR has played a great role and many corporates have used it for setting up educational institutions, healthcare centers, hospitals, providing social relief, disaster relief, etc., etc., etc. But the recent happening, the pandemic which happened due to COVID or corona, has brought out another aspect, that it is not the regulation alone, it has to come from the hearts of the people. NGOs, thousands of them, or probably lakhs of them, have been set up with a good objective, but not all are doing the good job. They all are not wanting to contribute in the social relief or help. In this case, this is important that society should look at regulation also in a different way. Anyone, even a small shopkeeper who uses one person or two person, earns profit and hence should have a responsibility towards the labor or towards the employees working with him. Larger ones with a larger amount, smaller ones with a smaller amount, but everyone should contribute. Government has been asking the salaried people because it is known how much salary comes. But I think the need is government should look into those unidentified corporate areas which go unnoticed, where a lot of profit is earned but not much is contributed towards the social responsibility. For example, there were stories that people like chartwala, people like pan sellers, people like ice cream vendors in certain places earns in lakhs and lakhs per day but gave no tax. There was no accountability. Whether they spent anything in the social responsibility is not clear. They ran their normal kamchas and things like that in small shops, which were not identified as corporates and hence not recorded. But I think the time has come when government and the society should look at everyone who earns from the people, who earns from the society, and not just the salaried people whose salary is known to anyone and everyone should contribute to the social responsibility. And hence CSR should cover not just the large corporates, but micro, small, even village industry which is running at a very very small level, like cottage industry or small shops. All of these should come in the purview of CSR, and whether they contribute 1 paisa or 1 rupee or 1 million, it's a matter of quantum, but as a social responsibility everybody needs to do. So CSR regulation is well documented, well developed, but in fact there are clause 135 which necessitates that there should be a CSR committee which plans, organizes, ensures the social projects are taken and monitors, and if it is not implemented, reports the reasons for it. In fact, the regulation clearly says if CSR funds are not used today, they should be carried forward and used in future only for the social works on that. But my view is what is written in the current regulation, wonderful, but its scope should get enhanced and it should be made, people should be given benefit of contributing in the social work in different ways so that they themselves voluntarily enter the CSR area. Hope this will help in development of the society and removing inequalities and problems from our social infrastructure, social being from the society. God bless all. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.